Okay.
Chichi. Oh my God.
Ayan. So, kakaiba yung episode natin for today. Nakita niyo yung t-shirt ko. Pinoy How To. Ayan. At guest natin ngayon, ang vlogger host ng Pinoy How To. Finally, nag-face reveal na siya after ilang years?
I think 2 years.
2 years. So, since
Wow.
2 years nung nag-start mag-publish ulit ang Pinoy How To regularly. So, before tayo, introduce ka muna, Alex.
Okay. Hi. I'm the creator behind. I'm the creator behind the Pinoy How To.
Yeah.
So, in our episodes, in our videos, talk about the business. So, that's from online business, food business, home-based business, and services. So, anything na pwedeng pagkakitaan, we are present. Hopefully, we can help you in your next new business venture.
Ayan. So, ang history po ng Pinoy How To, actually, ang Pinoy How To ay isa sa mga business venture na inumpisahan ko na way back. Before pa siya naging YouTube channel, ay dati siyang website na membership site, no? Failure nung una kasi yung hindi nag-work yung membership site. Available na po ang agribusiness merch sa Shopee. Ang link nasa description box. Mahilig isa akong mag-business ng mga bago, yung mauuso pa lang, mag-start pa lang, makilala. Ganun yung mga gusto kong businesses nung araw pa. So, laging andun din yung risk na mag-work ba yan o hindi. So, yung mga unang venture ng Pinoy How To, hindi nag-work. But, naalala mo yan, 2008 ba yan?
Oo. Basta na maliliit pa kami.
Oo, nanalo tayo ng Best Video Blog sa Philippine Blog Awards.
Yeah,
So,
andun ako.
andun ka, kasama kita doon sa nag-receive ng trophy. Ayan. And then, by the way, Pinoy How To ay nauna pang YouTube channel sa agribusiness. Yeah, mas matanda ang Pinoy How To YouTube channel sa agribusiness. Ang history niya, di ba, ngayon, home-based business kayo,
Yes.
food, services, what else?
Online business.
Online business, and agriculture. Kasama siya noon ang agriculture doon sa Pinoy How To. And then eventually, ang history nag-evolve, pinull out si agriculture. So, Pinoy How To, naipanganak ang agribusiness. Pinull out ang food business, pinanganak ang Pinoy Recipes. So, until now, si Pinoy Recipes ay andyan
Still
lang.
there.
Andyan lang, hindi natin kinagalaw kasi kulang sa manpower. Walang member of the family na mag-continue ng Pinoy Recipes, kaya andyan lang siya. But, yun. So, yun.
Yeah.
So, yun po yung history ng Pinoy How To. So, okay, naalala mo pa paano tayo nag-start buhayin ulit ang Pinoy How To?
Oh. So, it started just, for sale, di ba? It was, so Pinoy How To was growing on its own without us even doing anything during the pandemic, probably
Yeah.
because a lot of people were searching for ways to earn money when they were still at home during the pandemic. So, yun, I think that's when it grew on its own. Tumaas yung subscribers count and even views. And so we were surprised. And then,
one of my friends,
I think you should talk
Yeah,
about
okay.
the
So,
idea.
I have a friend na ka-venture ko sa mga online businesses. Ka-venture ko siya sa maraming mga websites, membership sites. Pero yung mga membership sites na yan ay sa States, sa Europe, malakas. But dito sa Philippines, kasi nga, as I've said, laging nauuna ang uso sa Amerika. Pag nauso na sa Amerika, count 5 years, mauuso sa Philippines. So that's the reason why inopen ko yung Pinoy How To as a membership site. Kasi ka-partner ko nga yung friend ko. Sa kanya nag-fly yung mga membership sites kasi ang audience niya Amerikano. Okay. Ang audience ng Pinoy How To na membership site ay Filipinos, kaya nag-flop. So, kasi nga, by nature, ang Filipino, they don't want to spend not a single dollar online at that time kasi it's very new. Takot probably maggamit ng credit card to purchase anything online. Takot pa sila. So, kaya walang ganon, no? Plus the fact na it's a culture na ang Filipino doesn't want to buy things na pwede niyang makuha ng libre. So, kung pwede nilang makuha ng libre sa YouTube, ba't sila magbabayad ng membership sites? Parang ganyan. So, kaya nag-flop si Pinoy How To. And then, the same friend approached me na kasi nakita niya si agribusiness, malaki na. Sabi niya, why not buhayin natin si Pinoy How To? Because si Pinoy How To, yung potential ni Pinoy How To is much, much, much bigger than agribusiness. Kasi mas malaking scope eh. Di ba? Mas hindi siya namimili ng audience. Si agribusiness kasi masyadong very specific yung target audience. Niche talaga. Sobrang niche. Si Pinoy How To, hindi. So, basta Pinoy, posibleng gustong matuto. Yeah. By the way, ang old slogan ng Pinoy How To is everything instructional Pinoy context. Yeah. Anyway, so yan. So, yun yung kwento. So, ayun. Kaya, nag-start tayong buhayin ulit si Pinoy How To.
Yeah. I'm learning more about Pinoy How To's background now because parang noon, nung maliliit pa kami, ang alam ko lang may business venture ka. Tapos sumasama kami dun sa mga shoots. Nagluluto ng pagkain. Tapos, all of a sudden, hindi na siya tumuloy. Yan. Mga nag-aaral pa kami ng elementary, I think.
Yeah.
High school, ganyan. So, it's good to, hear more about,
about the history.
How the business venture started.
Yeah. And marami akong mga ganong businesses, business ideas na sobrang tagal na. Pinoy How To sobrang tagal na eh, di ba? Na-coin yung word na Pinoy How To nung time na nag-start ang YouTube. Kasi at that time, ang YouTube, everybody is going to YouTube
to search,
looking for instructional videos.
Yeah. How to do this, how to cook this. Yun.
So, kaya, and then gusto ko at that time, ang daming instructional videos, American context. Walang Filipino context. Kaya, how to na Pinoy. Kaya naging Pinoy How To. That's the history. And swerte, kasi nga, di ba, I don't know if you're aware of it, pag mag-start ka ng business online, importante yung recall, yung name recall.
Yeah.
No, even the domain name, ganyan, yung website name mo, ganyan, dapat malakas ang recall, simple words, ganyan. And that exactly yung Pinoy How To. The word Pinoy How To itself,
you don't have to process.
You don't need to process. Naintindihan mo yung pangalan, naintindihan mo yung services na binibigay niya. Yan.
I think that's one of your like, lagi mong ginagawa sa kahit anong business venture na sinisimulan mo. That's why it's like agri-business or online palengke.
Yeah.
Like there's not much to like, madaling i-comprehend, gets mo agad.
Yan. So, yun. So, by the way, si Alex ay graduate ng fashion design
and
merchandising sa CSB, College of St. Benigno.
Yes.
At, okay, naging part ka rin ng agribusiness somehow.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we used to sell the training videos, ako yung mga kausap ng mga tao.
Yeah.
Yan, training videos.
Yeah.
Naka-CD, na baboyang walang amoy.
Yeah, oo. Ang history naman niya ng agribusiness nung nag-start sa TV, tapos later on, naggagawa na tayo ng mga videos, content for YouTube, tapos I realized na why not introduce training, di ba? So, we went to different farms, ganyan, iba-ibang topics, nag-conduct tayo ng mga trainings, tapos from there, yung mga training videos na yun, converted into CD. Tapos yun yung mga, ikaw yung nag-handle nun.
Yeah, so para kung hindi sila makapunta dun sa unorganized na training, they can buy the CD and then they can learn what was taught from the trainings.
So, naging part din si Alex ng agribusiness.
Sales.
Yeah. And lagi mong sinasabi before, anong reklamo mo?
Anong reklamo ko?
Fashion design ka, pero bakit sa kambingan ka?
Oo. Oo, yan.
Yeah, okay. So yun, okay, nung inopen ng friend ko yung idea na let's start, buhay natin yung Pinoy How To, willing siya mag-ibang partner with us. And nung solve na yung idea, okay, buhayin natin yung Pinoy How To, ganyan. Problem ko, sino yung manpower. Kasi di ko kakayanin kasi at that time daily na ang publish ng agribusiness diba? So paano ko bubuhayin si Pinoy How To kung ako pa rin?
Yeah.
So I offered it to you.
Yes, I heard the idea and then you offered it to me and saktong timing din naman kasi nga pandemic. So wala rin dun sa styling. Yun, I got myself involved into a styling team for celebrities sa ABS-CBN, but then ABS-CBN also closed, and so that's the time it was suggested to me. And so I thought, okay, sige, try ko kasi I can do something new, ganyan. And then initially I thought I'm just gonna throw out ideas na sige, gawin natin to, magluluto, ganyan. But ended up, it's a different world. Okay. But then eventually, I found myself naman na, like, parang sakto din ako dun sa concept ng Pinoy How To. Kasi, Pinoy How To's concept nga is for people who want to venture into business, but then wala silang background sa business. And so they watch Pinoy How To so that they can hear stories, experiences ng ibang businessmen, so that when they're ready to get into the business, they have the ideas, like at least the step 1, 2, 3 on where and how they will start. Yun. So eventually, parang from the time na it was just an idea na itry ko nga, parang ang nangyari, nag-evolve din ako sa person na ako na rin yung part ng audience ko. Na that's why I continue to make the content because part na rin ako doon sa audience na
because you also want to learn.
I want to start my own business.
Pero
hindi mo pa alam kung alin ka ba, nasa food ba ako, nasa real estate ba, or sa services ba. Yun. So, yun. Kami yun. Then we're on the hunt. What business will start and how do we start about it?
And backward lang tayo konti. Nung mag-start tayo ng Pinoy How To, yung i-revive na natin yung Pinoy How To, nakatulong din yon to finally decide to close another business. Diba? Which is ikaw din nag-handle.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yung ginibap namin yung supplying vegetables sa mga supermarket. And si Alex, siya rin, no? Siya rin ang gumagawa nun. Sometimes, di ba, we have experiences na kailangan natin magtulong-tulong, paghati-hatiin yung mga iba-ibang branches. So, even you, nagde-drive ka, naghahatid ka ng vegetable sa mga supermarkets.
Yes.
So, yun. So,
Quite a journey.
yeah, oo. Ang dami naming pinagdaanan.
Yes.
Okay, so going back dito sa Pinay How To. So, how was the journey, yung 2 years? Oh, by the way, nung binuhay natin, wala pang 100,000 subscribers, right?
Yeah, I think it was 90,000
at that time.
subscribers siya. And today, it has grown to 414,000, I think, subscribers.
Malaking achievement yan.
Yeah. We have a silver button. Yes, we have a silver button. And then,
Yeah. So, how was it, yung 2 years experience na yan?
the 2 years at first, syempre, nakaka-windang. First, because it wasn't the field na inaral ko. Get? Although I got the exposure because I saw you and ate do what we're doing, what I'm doing now. So, it kind of gave me the confidence na, okay, I'm not as, zero knowledge to this. Yun. And, okay, how was the journey pa from the 2 years? I think I've grown with the channel also. Like what I was saying nga kanina, at first lang ako, like, surprise, dito na ako, ito na gagawin ko. But then, I'm also growing with it. Kasi nga, I started as mag-interview lang ako. That's the purpose ko lang nung pinasok ko siya.
Yeah.
Pero, as years, doon nga sa 2 years, parang na-adapt ko kasi yung mga kausap ko. Sinasabi nila na, like, yung mga nasa paligid mo, that's who you will become. So, halos every week, I talk to different businessmen. So, I think it's really inevitable na you catch somehow, like, how they think. Yun. So, I feel like I've also grown in that area na, I want to start my own business basically.
Also. Okay. When you were starting, no, I still remember yung mga first few weeks kayong mag-shoot.
Yeah.
You're even asking me what kind of questions you will ask.
Yeah.
Ano yung mga sinasabi ko sa'yo na do not so much preparation on the questions.
Oh,
diba?
yes,
It's more on you need to listen to your research person and try to be there with him, and then everything will follow.
Yeah. So at first nga, sobrang the first shoot, nanginginig ako. Kasi, bakit niya ako kakausapin? Parang ganon. Pero, na-realize ko na, totoo naman yung sinabi mo na, you just have to be, a listener to them. Kasi parang wala namang technique sa kung paano sila mag-open up sa'yo. Just the fact na you want to listen to them and they know that you're interested in hearing them out. That's how the story flows. So, doon ako nakakakuha ng what to ask.
Yeah. So ngayon, 2 years after, are you still preparing set of questions?
Not really.
Not anymore.
No na. I just check their website and Facebook pages so that when I get there,
you know them.
I know them, syempre.
Yeah. Doon sa aspect ng as a producer. Oh, by the way, ako po yung tipo na hindi ko pinapakialaman sa Alex, right?
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yes, because It's just not a match working together. It's not a match. Yun.
Okay.
So, pag magkasama, nagka-clash, ganyan. So, I think, nag-adjust ka din to my, my working style na I have to do things on my own and figure them out. But you're always there naman when I need, important things to ask. Especially in management, money, there's a management of money. Yan.
Ayan. So nag-grow ka as a person.
Yeah.
Is this
Yes, Tito Boy. Yes.
accepted mo na? This is your career now?
Yeah. I mean, I think at first kasi, diba, iniisip ko, kasi parang pag bago kang graduate sa school, parang feeling mo kung ano yung course mo, dapat nandun ka. If you don't end up getting there or like growing in that area, parang you're failure. Ganyan. Pero sa dami ng nakausap kong businessmen, a lot of them have proven me wrong. Na it's not all about where you study and what you studied, but it's always about ano pa din, skill mo, what is the craft that you have na inalagaan mo, yung minaster mo na craft, and then choice mo pa din naman pala. Yeah, and it doesn't mean na failure ka kapag iba yung tinahak mo. Kasi marami namang ganito ang graduate, pero again, 100, I think nasa hundreds na yung mga nakausap kong businessmen. And they've always encouraged me also na, no, it's not. You can succeed, you can shift. If this doesn't work, especially, I think also similar to what you do then as a businessman na a lot of them kasi, di ba, mag-start sila ng business, pero hindi magpa-fly yung business. And then they think of another one. And it could fly, and they will put all the effort there, but it still has the possibility na it won't fly. So if it doesn't, shift ka ulit. Isip ka ulit ng bago. And yun nga yung pinag-usapan namin ni ate, what we learned from you is, may businesses na ito lang yung time niya. So, ang magaling na businessman would know how to shift and when to shift. When to close a business, open up a new business, and you don't have to lugmok. Ka dapat agad malulugmok doon sa it didn't fly because that's business. That's business.
Connection to that, it's more than 15 businesses yung pinagdaanan ko.
Oh, yeah.
And out of 15, probably ilan lang yung nag-fly. And kahit nag-fly siya, darating pa rin yung time that you have to close it.
So parang you have to maximize. When it's your time, you have to go all out.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm trying to do. Yun. Kasi sabi nga rin nila ng mga negosyante, yung time mo, hindi siya forever na time mo. There will come a time na hindi mo na siya time. Kaya you have to grab it while it's your time.
Yeah. I'm happy that you realize that na in doing Pinoy How To, ay na-realize mo na you're the first person benefiting from it.
Oh, yes.
Kasi
yes.
ganun din ako nung nag-start ako ng career ko, nung nasa TV ako, 'di ba? Yung mga TV shows ko on agriculture, talagang parang sponge. I'll try to absorb everything, no? Both from the learning for the video production side as well as yung agriculture. Ina-absorb ko lahat yon. And kasi masaya ako na kasi you're the first hand.
Yeah.
Remember? Yung from the information na gather mo, ikaw yung first na nakarinig nun. And then during the post-production, paulit-ulit pinapasok sa utak mo yun, di ba? And then, saka mo pa lang siya ipapublish. And then your audience will learn about it. Pero bago pa lang ma-learn ng audience mo, sobrang absorb mo na yan, yung info na yan. So, yun yung pinaka the best na benefit na nakuha ko in also in agribusiness and from my previous works. I'm so happy na na-realize mo yan na ganyan.
Yeah, oo nga. Lagi ka na sinasabi na doing Pinoy How To is like doing business school. Because parang andyan na lahat na nagtuturo sa akin. And sabi na ng mga nakausap ko, what I'm doing sa Pinoy How To, ano siya, like, marami siyang franchisor siya. Kilala siya sa beverage na industry. And he told me, nanonood siya ng Pinoy How To. And sinabi niya sa akin na yung ginagawa mo, that's what we want to do also as businessmen. Because we want to talk to as many businessmen as possible. Because we cannot be alone as a businessman. We always have to talk to a person na nagnenegosyo din. Yun. And that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Doon sa side naman na people are learning from you, from your channel. Kumusta yan? Yung pakiramdam na yan, yung feeling na yan. So, naging fulfilling in your end?
Yes.
Because you're learning a lot?
Yes.
And then, you're sharing this information to your audience, no? From almost 100,000 now to 400,000 plus. Ganon kadami yung natututo sa'yo sa Pinoy How To. Kumusta yung feeling naman na yan?
That they're learning from me, it's fulfilling because number one, parang you contribute to society. I can't believe it's coming from me kasi yun nga, I also can't believe na people are watching. At first, nung parang dumami ako, kasi nag-start yung Pinoy How To 100 views nanonood sa akin. Sabi ko, Diyos ko, ano na? Hanggang dito na lang ba tayo? Parang ganon.
That's almost 6 months, no? Na
Yes,
ganun
actually
yung,
1 year.
1 year na ganun yung kalagayan
100,
mo.
but at the same time, habang nasa 100 ako, sabi ko, sige, may 100 naman na nanood, may natutunan, binigay namin yung best namin dito. So, if you learn something from us, then that's already a win. If one learns from us, that's a win for me. So, now that more people are watching Pinoy How To, it's great. How does it feel? Yun nga, fulfilling siya. But also, I feel like may purpose yun. Yun fulfilling siya kasi may purpose yung ginagawa mo. Na parang di ka lang nabubuhay, gumigising, gumagastos. Ganyan. Kumakain. Yun. So, yun. But at the same time, parang there's a long way to go. Long way to go. And there are still more areas to improve. Yeah, so much more.
Yeah. Given that, yung nandun ka sa time na parang walang nanonood, kasi yung pag-YouTube kasi it's not something na when you started, it's not instant na sa'yo yung audience, no?
Yes.
I think that's the misconception of a lot of somebody now who wanted to start vlogging, no? Akala nila ganun lang.
Yeah.
Talagang sobra yung effort. No? How much time ang binibigay mo on a per day basis o per week basis? Gaano kadami yung time na dinidevote mo dito for Pinoy How To?
It's a full-time thing. Yun. It's a full-time thing. It's not a 8 to 5 vlog. So, every week, we have shoots, 2 to 3 days shoots. And whole day lahat. And then may editing, and then, lahat mga post-prod pa. Ayun.
Something like 16 hours a day.
I think so.
Yan yung ginagawa niya.
Yeah, hindi mo na siya na-count kasi parang it's been a lifestyle na, it's a lifestyle na.
Mino-monitor mo din ba yung subscribers mo for particular video? Oh, I got 1 subscriber for this video.
Medyo. Pero kasi kapag mino-monitor ko yung mga counts, parang nape-pressure lang ako na, eto, I did my best here, pero hindi siya
Hindi nag-work.
work. So, hindi ko masyadong tinitignan yung number ng count ng subscribers. I just monitor how the video went. Yeah. So, if
What do you
it
mean by that?
flies, pagka kung yung video na in-upload ko, marami bang nanood? So yun, evaluate namin bakit hindi siya, pinanood masyado. Yeah.
Okay.
Ay, medyo secret na.
Inside the trade secret. Okay. Available na po ang Agribusiness merch sa Shopee. Ang link nasa description box. Agribusiness, how it works. Instruct, inspire, succeed.